Right, Today we've got the amazing Izzy in for a first mock driving test. Izzy, tell me about yourself. What you're studying at sixth form?
German, English and media.
Very smart. She's got a good driving skills, but whether she does that under pressure we'll soon find out. Have you any questions before we start?
No.
She's friends with Emma, who nearly lost the wheel on one of her mock tests, so hopefully she'll do better than Emma. Right, what we're doing. Right, so would you like me to tell you about the test?
Yeah.
38 to 40 minutes depending on traffic, various traffic conditions, taking various traffic conditions, one manoeuvre, possibly the control stop. We have done that, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And you will be driving independent by way of sat nav signs. Now we're going to do sat nav. Can you say that all right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to follow that. Now throughout the drive I'd like you to follow the road ahead at all times unless you're directed by signs and markings.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you to turn, which you will do some good time. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And one question. How would you check your powered steering wheel before starting the journey?
When you turn the engine on, check that it's light and responsive.
Nice, right, go on then. Let's go. Give it your best shot.
Yeah.
At the end of the road, turn left, and then the sat nav should kick in from there.
Left to you.
Right.
Turn right, St John's Road.
And when it's safe to do so, could you show me how you'd open and close your window? Could you pull up a convenient place on the left, please?
At the end of the road, turn right, A690.
You just ignore that instruction.
Sorry. I didn't want to stop really close to the junction.
Turn right.
Driver fault number one is you second guess yourself here. There's a good gap to go. You go to pull out and then you change your mind and stop. Now when you do stop, you stop like nearly 2 feet over the white lines, over the giveaway lines, and the traffic has to move out to the right a bit, but I don't think it warrants a serious fault. And another thing, you've been here a long time, as you know, you should be applying the park and brake, sitting here that long at junctions. And before I asked you to pull up in a convenient place on the left, you didn't pick a place. You've got to remember, when the examiner pulled you in, there will be places where you can't stop and there will be places where you can stop. He's not going to ask you to pull up and there's not going to be a place there, the safe convenient legal place. So you only have to pull up 10 metres past a junction, which is only 2.5 car lengths. Izzy, I wouldn't use this technique where you're pulling out and changing gear and steering at the same time, steering and gearing. What I would do is I'd pull out, straight up, then go straight to second gear. Could you pull up the convenient place on the left, please?
Yes.
Now thank you, and then you drive on when you feel ready. Driver fault number 2, Izzy. Yeah, when you move off, you leave your signal on while there was traffic about. You cannot pull off from the side of the road with the signal on for left. That'll confuzzle other road users. Now, every time the examiner stops you, you're expected to apply the parking brake, select neutral, and cancel the signal. You were might have scraped the curb. I wasn't 100% sure, just that you're pulling really quick towards a curb, and I didn't want to take that chance because you was learning as a slippery bunch when it comes to scraping my wheels off the curb. But the examiner would have let you hit the curb, and then he would have given you a minor fault. I don't think you were going to hit it. It was just me being softy, that's all.
Yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A690, Neville's Crossbank. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Driver fault number 3, Izzy goes down to undue hesitation, and if you look and approach this roundabout, we were nearly at the roundabout here. All the cars in the left lane have got to go straight ahead. We do have that van in the right lane. You should have drove straight up, but then you wait for the van to turn right, and then there's a lovely gap to go, and you wait again, but you do go out, but you're just holding traffic up there.
Yards, go right on the roundabout and take the fourth exit, A691, Southfield Way. Go right on the roundabout and take the fourth exit.
Driver fault number 4, Izzy goes down to undue hesitation. There's a good couple of gaps you could have emerged out of this roundabout. If you look to your left, you'll see about 4, 5, 6 cars pull up before you eventually merge. Very close to being a serious fault, this one. Exit A691, Southfield Way. After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, Finkel Road.
third exit.
Driver fault number 5. Izzy goes down to undue hesitation again, really? Okay, so you look right, I think you've got a couple of cars that are not indicating so you don't go, which is great. Then we've got 2 cars to right that are driving slow and indicating left, telling you to turn left at the roundabout, and you just sit there like a lemon. I could understand if they were approaching fast and indicating, I probably wouldn't go myself. But I remember on test one time, a guy at the roundabout, first car indicated left, he didn't go. Second car indicated left, he didn't go. He seen the third one indicate left, and he eventually went. And the examiner said, if you sat on that car there and didn't go, he says, I would have given you a serious fault. So yeah, you need to sort your gaps out, Izzy, at roundabouts. And Izzy, when are you going to get busy with these window wipers? Can you see this window screen? Driver fault number 6 is he goes down ancillary controls. It's been raining for the last 15 minutes and you've just put the wipers on now. Had it been really heavy and you failed to put them on, then I would have given you a serious fault. Them driving examiners, they're very good at what they do. They'd probably, in the exams in Durham, they're actually amazing. They'd probably give you a little prompt like, Izzy, is it wet outside? Or, Izzy, can you see okay? Or, is there anything you need to do with your window wipers, Izzy? But probably give you a minor for it. But I'm guessing if it had been really heavy rain, you probably would have just stuck the wipers on. At the roundabout, right, it's the second exit. Driver fault number 7 is he goes down to use of speed. This is a 30 road. It used to be 60, but when you exit the roundabout, as you exit, you could see 30 signs as you came into the new road. So yeah, you're doing 35 in about 6-7 seconds.
Shall I go round again? I don't know what to do. Okay.
At the roundabout, turn right, third exit. Yeah, well done with this, Izzy. Brownie points for you. He has to turn right the roundabout. Now, by the time you decide to look in your mirror, it's a bit late and there's a car approaching the right lane getting bigger. So you just keep the left lane. You've gone off route, but you've done nothing wrong because you've done it all safely. So well done you. Most learners here would have turned right from the left lane and they would have recorded a serious fault. But you'd take the smart and the safe option, just go straight ahead, second exit. Good stuff, Izzy. Well done. drives any beers along here?
Yeah.
Can you drive into one on the left or right? It's your choice. Serious fault number 1 for you, Izzy. Izzy, I think you're going to hit the corner of this car. For me, you come in far too fast. I would have slowed the car right down to just snail's pace and crawled it in because you had a car to the left of you. I couldn't take a chance here. I remember a few years back, I had a pupil driving into the car park at the end of the driving test. You had 2 minor faults on her sheet. She'd passed, but when she drove in between 2 cars. She came in a little bit too fast, and she hit the corner of a learner driver who just finished the driving test. Now, I was standing waiting there for my pupil coming in, and I see my own car crash into another one. There's nothing more painful than that. The poor woman got a dangerous fault right at the end of the test. So you've got to be very careful when you're driving into space and you've got cars to the left or right or both sides. It's a bit close, isn't it?
Okay.
You'll need to back it out. Get your clutch down, that's it. Thank you. And then can you reverse it out to your right?
Yeah. What's happened to that mirror?
No, just slide the button across to the right and it'll go up. And then take the next immediate right. Driver fault number 8 is he goes down to undue hesitation again. There's nothing coming, look. You can just drive straight around, but you decide to wait. Izzy, I don't mark this because this young lady to the left is playing on a phone, but if it was safe to do so, you'd be expected to give way to this pedestrian, but she didn't look like she was going to cross, so just expected to drive straight through. At the roundabout, turn right, 3rd exit. Serious fault number 2 for you, Izzy. Izzy, it goes down as an habitual fault for undue hesitation. You come to this roundabout, there's nothing coming from the right, and you just sit there, and then eventually a car does come from the right. So yeah, you've just got to get yourself moving. When you see gaps, stop second guessing yourself. Now, don't go the other way, because when I see this happen, learners being hesitant on roundabouts to go the other way and start pulling out in front of cars at roundabouts. So I think your next driving lesson is working on hesitation at roundabouts, but need to sort your gaps out and you should be fine. third exit. Izzy, this deserves a round of applause, this one. It really does. Izzy, if I had mine, I'd give you a driving license now for this piece of mirror work here, because most learners would have cut across here and failed. The amount of learners I see do this is unreal. But what you do is you look in mirror, you realise the car getting bigger in the door mirror, you know it's not safe to leave the roundabout, so you do go back round the roundabout again. Now, you did have a second option. You could have left in the right lane, put your foot down and got back to the left, but nothing wrong with what you've done. It's really good driving skills, well, really good mirror work. So you go back round again. But Izzy, what were you doing in the right lane on approach to the roundabout? I said follow the road ahead, it's the third exit. Now, you know if there's no road markings, then you keep that car to the left. And you know if it's got road markings in either lane, saying you can reach your destination from either lane, you're expected to keep to the left. So you shouldn't have been in the right lane at all. You're making hard work for yourself. The only time you go to the right lane and go straight ahead of the roundabout is when road markings tell you. However, I could show you a roundabout where you do need the right lane to go straight ahead without any road markings, but that's for another day. But yeah, I like what you do. You go back round the roundabout. So well done with this, but you're making a rod for your own back because you should not have been in this lane. You should have kept to the left. Driver fault number 9 is he goes down to time the signal. You put the signal on far too early to exit the roundabout. You should have waited till you passed this exit on your left and then put the signal on. The cars in front of you start pulling out in front of you because they think you're taking this exit off to your left. Izzy, when you stop and a bit of rise and brake doesn't go amiss, getting some jerky stops here today, it must be all the stress, but I'd like what you do here. You keep the junction clear, they keep clear. Most lanes will plonk the car in that, and I like your technique where you apply the parking brake, you select neutral and rest those delicate feet. So yeah, good stuff, well done. Izzy, approaching this pedestrian crossing, you can see to the left but you can't see to the right because of oncoming traffic. Now, you're a bit fast on approach to this. If these lights had suddenly changed, then you would have been looking at them to stop quite quickly. So what I would have done here is, because you couldn't see the right, I would have checked that middle mirror and took that foot off that gas and been ready. You just took the edge off my speed and be ready to stop just in case somebody's pressed the button from the right. The traffic lights turn right. Driver fault number 10, it goes down to use of signals. You should have signalled to tell this car behind that you were moving over to the right lane. You've got to tell other road users what you're doing so they can plan their journey. Had there been nobody behind, I probably wouldn't have marked this, but when you've got traffic behind, this is the point to look in the mirrors. If you look in the mirrors, see your car closed, tell them that you're going to move to the right lane. Minor fault number 11, I think it is, Izzy. Yeah, I'll give you a tip. Never put your car where your eyes have never been. You were very lucky here you did not record a serious fault. Your extra road was not clear, so you should have just stopped at the white line even though it was on green. Luckily for you, we get out just in time before the lights changed to red. Before we go, we were up by the skin of your teeth. Minor fault number 12 is you get too close to this parked car in front. You know you've got to keep at least half a car length back. So, well, you know what instructors like to say, tyres on tarmac. But you need at least half a car length back, so you've got enough room to move round if they break down. If they're on a hill, they could roll backwards. It gives you enough time to sound the horn. And it gives you a little bit wiggle room if a blue lights come from behind. Minor fault number 13, Izzy, you stall. Yeah, you should have just been doing your rolling first, touch your rise and brake and finish setting that off with a little bit of gas and clutch, but you leave it in second and lift your clutch first. Bad technique, Izzy. We won't go back to testing because of the traffic up there. Now, if you just like to pull up in a convenient place on the left, just pull up just past the red car.
Okay.
Past the crane bin on the left hand side. Right, how do you think you've done it? Cancel.
Yeah. Bits fine, bits worse.
What was fine and what wasn't fine?
On the second time you asked me to pull up on the left, I knew exactly what I'd done wrong, that I hadn't indicated right.
I forgot to mention, Izzy's had 24 out, and you 24 hours with, turn your wipers off, flick it down.
Oh.
24 hours me, but she has
Turn
it.
them off.
Push it down. No, that's gentle, that'll do. Just leave it.
Okay. Yes.
Izzy's had 24 hours with, haven't you?
There's some on the other side. So I think it's like 27.
Where's the other side, are they?
Well, like there's all them and then there's those two.
Yeah, but them's marked on the same time as I marked that one.
Oh, right, okay.
So them's not, they're still marked, so them's your manoeuvres, you still do them, so.
Okay.
24 hours, but you has had private practice with her parents, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right, how do you think you've done? How many serious faults?
1 or 2.
2, wasn't too bad. There's some good stuff there. What do you think you had a serious fault for?
Parking.
Yeah, what could you have done better with that?
Turned earlier.
Yes, and what about the speed?
Gone slower.
Yeah, can you think of anything else?
Was it on the roundabout when I had to go round again?
That was all very impressive, so well done. That's brownie points, that. But
Okay.
undue hesitation. You're far too hesitant roundabouts. Why is that?
That was today. I'm
Yeah.
not normally like that.
Are you not?
No.
Why were you like that today for?
Because it's a test.
You were? Right. It's mini roundabouts especially.
Yeah.
Who do you give way to with a mini roundabout?
People on the roundabout. People who are already on the roundabout.
Who else? Do we give way to the purple car?
No.
What were you doing? Sitting up to them for?
Nice.
Every other roundabout, nearly every roundabout, there was hesitation there. And it's just an habitual. It just kept repeating it. Right. So 2 serious faults, undue hesitation at roundabouts, which you can easily fix. Need to sort your gaps out, and nearly hit the car.
Yep.
Now, bad habits. What happened to the parking brake today? Well, the exams like it, so we've got to like it, yeah?
Okay.
So you've never used that once, hardly, very rare. And coming up the roundabouts, you know, when you've been going out with your parents, you know, when you've been coming to the roundabout, when you've been putting your clutch down to go into second gear, what do I tell you to do with the clutch?
Bring it up slowly.
Right, get it up the driving point and hold. What have you been doing some of the time? Just keeping it down.
Yeah.
Not good technique. Bring it up so it helps control the speed of the car.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I was impressed with. Two things I thought, wow, you're good. So, come to roundabout. Mind you, we're stressed at this point. I see us at the roundabout turn right there to go to Sainsbury's, can you remember?
Yeah.
And you're in the left lane.
Mhm.
And you left it late to react to go over, but when you did look, there was a car there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Now you're in the left lane, you're on the roundabout, you see, what should I do? Should I go round? What did you do?
I can't remember.
Can you not remember?
I just came off.
You went up there, well done. Now, had you gone round there, guess what I would have done? Given you a serious fault, because where's that lane for?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Can you remember?
Yeah.
You going, oh, what should I go around? Should I go around? I'm thinking, all you had to do there, so I'm thinking, yeah, well done. So you've gone, guess what lanes we do there on test?
Go around again.
In field.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know what you were doing in the right lane, but this was all good stuff and all. This roundabout here. So it came around the roundabout, it said, follow the road ahead, third exit. Can you not remember?
I don't know.
And you picked the right lane, this one here.
Yeah.
Right. Now I said, follow the road ahead, third exit. Which lane should you use? We were there, I want you to go there. The markers say what?
Oh, okay. Should be in the right lane.
You should be in the right lane. Why do you want to be in the right lane for?
I don't know if I'm thinking of the right one.
So, New College is to the left. If you turn left there, you've got New College. Can you remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so we're coming down the roundabout and said, follow the road ahead, third exit, and then you changed into the right lane. But the markings are saying, look, if you're going straight ahead, which one do I tell you to use?
Left.
Right, so you've done nothing wrong. You've picked the right lane. Now, what happened when you come round here?
There was a car, so I couldn't move over.
Yeah, well done. Now, guess what learners would have done there?
Just gone off.
I would have grabbed the wheel and you would have failed.
Mhm.
You had another couple options there. What could you have done there?
Could have left in the right lane.
Yay, and then what would you have done then?
Had to join back over.
Good, but you went round. Now, you did go around here with an indicator on for left, but you cancelled it, so I didn't mark it. But yeah, that was good stuff, but to be fair, you should have been keeping to the left all the way around, because I said follow the road there. Right, off you go then. Yeah, well, back home we'll try. We need to work on the hesitation at roundabouts. Yeah?
That's literally just today because it's a test.
Is it?
Yeah.
What were you hesitant for?
Failing because I
Well, you haven't embarrassed. Don't forget your blind spot. You haven't embarrassed yourself. I thought there was some good. We'll be able to put some good stuff in there, so give you some praise. But I'll tell you what else we need to practice.